Hey, welcome peeps. Right, these are my two favourite things. I love numbers, so we can say that's numerology, and I love etymology. That's the breakdown of the word, which is like the language into Gematria. And the Gematria really uses numbers. So we can find out things through the numbers about ourselves, um, even our hidden gifts, talents, and the energies which the numbers bring out, like into the words. So the words will carry like the energy, the frequency, and the vibration of the number. So therefore, your name will give you a number. We always go for the digital root number. So if you get say the number was 86, you take that down to the 14, and then you do the 1 plus 4 and you get to the 5. So you're the root, you will be a 5, or that will be the number we will be looking at. So you can do this for your name, your full name. Like if I do mine, my name is Dean, and I've got a middle name and a surname. And if I calculate all three singly, in a trinity, so I get my first name and get a single number. Then I'll get my middle name, get it down to the single number, and my surname then down to the single number. Then take all three numbers, add them together, so then you can get down to the single root number again. Unless you finish on an 11, 22, 33. Then a main 3, you could land on a 44 or a 55. So then it will give you a master number, so it will be a little bit more added on, because it's like the numbers repeated itself, so it's carrying the energy twice, if you will. There's more deeper meaning. And my name actually comes to a 33. So yeah, it's deep and meaningful. So your name for me is more your linear journey, your material journey on this planet, on this flat plane, whichever you call it. It'd be about you and your life. That's how I see it. And with the number side of things, you will have a life path number, and this will be encoded in your date of birth. So you can do the same again with your date of birth. Get a trinity going on. So you can get your day. We do the day, month and year in the UK. It doesn't matter which way you do it. So say you found your single day number, single month number, single year number, then added them three together. Mine is a 21, which brings me down to a 3. So I am a life path number 3. And I've put some meanings here. There's a lot of deeper meaning. This is just, some basic meanings around the certain numbers, So if you were whatever you're going to be, then you're looking at yourself through that number, what it's telling you. Like for me, it will be energy. The energy for me comes in via the 3. Like the creative energy, it's childlike energy. It's like very creative, and 3 being a catalyst, it's like a good, problem solver. So we've had the 1 and the 2, then the 3 was like, the pinnacle. So it can tell you that about yourself. So you're like, okay, so if you did look at yourself some more and see which you haven't got, which you're devoid of. Say you're devoid of, say, a number 4. So you're not good at foundations, you're not good at putting down a lot of stability, you might not be a good planner. So therefore, you may then look into Gematria, and if you had a company, say, and it was like for that you needed to do a lot of planning with this company or this business, or which, something was going to aid you, you might want to do that to vibrate to the number 4. So you'll get a name for your company or business or whichever it is, to vibrate to the number 4 to give you some foundation, some stability. This is how we look at numbers into Gematria. Here's an example as well, right? Like YouTube, we're on YouTube, and you can do this yourself. You could calculate what YouTube comes to. We only look for the single number, so the Y will remain a number 7. So we could put that down, 7, and then a 6, a 3, a 2, a 3, a 2, and a 5. And then we'll calculate that will be 28. Then we do 2 plus 8 is 10. Then it's a 10. Then we go 1 plus the 0. So we're down to a 1. So it's telling me YouTube is the number 1. So YouTube is about self. And it is, isn't it? Like for the creators, about themselves, the data. Any data you want to bring to YouTube. And number 1 is also new things, new starts. It's the beginning. So YouTube want to always feel like, it's your beginning. It's going to start new things. Anything new what comes out will hopefully go on YouTube. And it's for the people. It's for yourself. Self-discovery in the number 1. Left brain, the sun. So, they correlate to one another. They work with each other. So it's like a journey of knowing how the numbers sort of work for you. And then if you look at thereafter, even your family members, you could put their names in here. And then you could find their single number. Then you might realise something about them which you wasn't seeing before. Say they're a number 5 in their life, and that's change. So what that is really, they like change. They're good for it. They like a bit of change. They're quite adaptable as a person. Good versatility. We look at things like that. So if you had a company or you had a business and you want peeps to work for you, you might go for that. You'll look at the numbers to see who can bring something for you. Or if you want your business to thrive, say, you might want a number 8. So you've got abundance. So really, that's a lot of expansion. So if you think like there's a future in this and it's going to grow, you may look for a number 8 to get that abundance and infinity for me. So you can go in, like there's a lot of probabilities and a lot of possibilities open for you with a number 8. Like you can see there in the number 9, completion. Well, hopefully this is give you a bit more of an idea about Gematria as well, and numerology and numbers, how they work together. And it's fun really. You can work out even your own address, your numbers in your address you could look at to see what you're vibrating to. And you could even add a number on the inside of your door to give it a different, digital route. So you could change the frequency of your home. Then you'll know whether these numbers work for you or not. Or maybe a colour or something as well. Like if you've got, say, something vibrating to whichever, I've got them as a chakra system here. And the chakra system is in colours. So let's just say then you are a number 6. Or your business was a number 6. Or something around a number 6. That's to do with your heart. It's love. It's a heart frequency. It's for family. It's togetherness. It's magnetic, the number 6. But the colour for me is green. So therefore, if you incorporated that colour green into whichever you're using that number 6 for, then it will harmonise it even more. So it's in its favour. It's going to alternate AC, the current. So for me, I look at the chakra system as well, related to your number. Like for me, energy of the 3. So that's creative energy, we said. And number 3 is the root chakra, which is your genital area, where you can procreate. So you see how it's linked and how it sort of works. So, but anyway, you know, everyone to their own. I've got the feet as the number 1 and the knees as the number 2. But also 1 and 2 is the sun and the moon. You know, emotions of the moon. So if you are a number 2, you may be emotional, quite emotional person. Great imagination, though. You'll imagine things, get good visions. Maybe you'll dream them as well. So the number 2 is that for me. And it's like everything goes in a cycle. You know, all things go in a cycle for me. There is no beginning and there is no end. There's only the now. NOW, you can look that up. Well, anyway, I think I'm done. So hopefully this is you've had fun at least. So I'm out of here. Much love, peeps.